So the first thing is we're going to draw the nucleus first. We're going to make the nucleus. So we know the nucleus is where the proton and the neutrons are. So I'm just going to draw with the bottom. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Just to give me an idea of what to cut. So I'm going to draw a rough circle with the bottom of the bowl. If you have a protractor, you can use that to draw a perfect circle. But I am like DIY things. Does not have to be a perfect circle, and you don't have a protractor, do not let that stop you. So like I'm using a bowl now, you can use the cover of a pot to get close to making a circle as much as possible. Again, it does not have to be a perfect circle here. We just want to have a representation of an atom as we've learned in this lesson. So this is what is going to be my nucleus. Now that I've cut out the circle that is going to be my nucleus, so I'm going to go with my cotton wool. You can use tissue paper if that's what you have. So I'm going to color code it. I'm going to color some blue, and the ones I color blue are going to be my neutrons. So one neutron, I'm going to make two neutrons, another neutron, and red. I'm going to use red for the proton. Don't forget, the neutron is neutral and protons are what? Positively charged. So the red are the proton, one. Make sure you have equal number of proton and neutron and electron, at least for now, because we want to make a neutral atom. So two. Again, you can use a sellotape or a glue to put that down. I have a glue. I have a sellotape as well. So either of the two is fine. So I'm just going to put some glue on here so that I can stick the neutrons and the protons down. So that's my nucleus made. So this is the nucleus, and the nucleus contains neutrons and protons. Now let's make the electron cloud, or the atomic orbiter. That is an area where there's a high likelihood of finding an electron. That needs to be bigger than the nucleus, of course, because it is around the nucleus. So I'm going to use the other side of the board that is bigger. Again, you can use a protractor if you have that. I am just using what I can find in my house. If you're a science teacher or a parent, this is a good activity for your kids to do. It's low effort and affordable. So with literally any form of paper that you have at home, some scissors and sellotape, a few balls of cotton wool. I'm doing just two protons and two neutrons, and that's fine. So this is going to be the other part of the atom. Now I'm going to fold that into two and cut out the center. So I want to cut this bit out because I want this to be able to fit into, I want the I want the nucleus to be able to fit into it. So I'm just going to cut this part out. Again, it does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect semicircle. So I'm going to cut that out as accurately as I can. The goal is to have the new. So this is what I have as my electron cloud, and then I can fit in my nucleus into it. That looks a bit dodgy, but it's fine. Now we've made our nucleus with this white paper, and in the nucleus we've placed the neutrons, which we've colored blue, and the protons, which we've colored red, residing in the nucleus of an atom, 2 each. Now it's time to add our electron cloud, or the atomic orbiter for where electrons are found. So I've cut out a circle from a blank paper like this one. Any form of paper will do, even if it is plain white paper. I have colored paper atom, that's why I'm using it. So this is what's going to serve as my electron cloud. I'm going to place it here. Since we have 2 protons, we're going to have 2 electrons because we're making a neutral atom. So again, I'm using glue. I'm just going to use glue, and then I'm using plain cotton wool, the white, as my electron. One there, and then have one here as my electron. So that's my electron cloud. I need something to hold it together, so I'll be able to hold it up. So now I have my nucleus with protons and my electron cloud, or the atomic orbitals, where there's a high probability of finding an electron around it. Then I'm just going to use one of the pieces of paper that I have cut from when I was making the orbitals and the nucleus to join this together, so I can pick it up as a whole. So again, I'm using glue at the back now, so I've flipped both to the opposite side, so I can have something to hold both together, and then I can pick it up as a whole. So like that, and here, and then I need to glue the nucleus as well. So tada! See my atomic model. It looks so wonky. See my atomic model, but it's fine. So I used a piece of paper to hold the 2 parts together. So tada! There you have it. The nucleus, neutrons, protons, electron cloud, and atomic orbit, and the atomic orbital, and then the electrons. Will you try this at home with your children or your students? Share pictures with us in the comment section.